Good morning and welcome to a very chilly day 20 of the Haunted Tents experience. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I've been sitting in the house. When I got up, it was 43 degrees out here. I come out to work, I check the temp again, and it's down to 37. And the sun's up, and it's dropped down to 37. It makes for unexplained reasoning. You would think it would get warmer as the sun came up, not colder. Breakfast of the day, before we forget. An eclair and an apple fritter. And I'm trying to figure out what to drink. I'm not really thirsty for milk. Coca-Cola doesn't sound really good all right now. Ooh, some hot chocolate. So we'll have an eclair, an apple fritter, and a tall mug of hot chocolate because it's cold out here and hot chocolate sounds awfully good. Now, into business. First order of business is that guy there. I gotta figure out why he stopped working. Now there's one of 4 reasons why he could not be working. Number 1, we got a cover over the outlet that all the blow-ups are plugged into out in the photo op. So we haven't put pumpkins on them. If they shifted and knocked the cover, it could have unplugged it. So in which case all I've got to do is go back out there, replug it back in, and he'll work. That's a quickie one. I just got to go out and get into the photo op. Number 2, that when I stretched out the cord, it could have weakened the connection where I had it plugged in. Plugged into the extension cord. And it could have worked its way loose, and it's unplugged up on top of the tent. That's a definite possibility. Or 3, that rain we had last night got into that connection and shorted out the fuse, or the motor in the fan. One of the 2. Or both. You never know. In which case, I need to replace the fuse and pray the motor still works. And then water protect that connection. And then number 4, the motor's fried in it. In which case, the thing's garbage. And actually, I'd say the blow up and just buy a new fan motor, but we wouldn't be using it this year because I wouldn't have time to get the new fan motor in. Those are the 4 possibilities. But I won't know until I get to going and looking at it. And we're going to start with the photo op end of it first. When we get that done, we're going to be over here. This is the witch's display. And most of what's out here is the fireplace, which is going in that corner. Problem is one side of the fireplace is going to be sitting up on the curb. So I need to make a platform for the whole thing to sit on that goes from the curb over to the wall. And that's going to take a little bit. Now, fireplace takes a while to assemble anyway. But that's stage 2 of today. Now, if we can get the witch, the cat done, and the witch done, and while doing the witch, I'm going to be finding some gypsy stuff I'll be dropping off over in the gypsy display for Sue Ann to put out. We'll move over here into clown territory, get the jack-in-the-box down there and the hammering clown put together, and get some stuff up in this display. So that is kind of where we are at the moment. I'm going to get busy. As long as I keep moving, I'm fine. If I stand still too long, I start freezing my balls off. Well, it's going on 1:30, and we made some progress. I got the kitty back up and running. Found the problem. It was the 5th reason. I only named 4. The 5th reason, a bad extension cord. And the extension cord I was using, I had bought last year, and we used it last year. This year we plugged it in, she worked for about an hour or so, and then just quit working, I guess. Not sure what the hell's wrong with it. Must have a short or something in it. But Kitty is back up and running. That took me all of about a half hour, 45 minutes earlier this morning to do. We had some repair work done on the house, so I had to take a break for about an hour and a half. Oh, Set Dresser and Morgan.
Hello.
They're carrying stuff out, and Kaylee's trying to help. She's beating up everybody with her tail. But after that, we got over here and started working in the witch display. And the only thing I've gotten done is that fireplace. And if you notice down below the 2x4, I had to make some custom platform in order to raise the 2x4 the fireplace up because of that curb. And it took a while to get that put together, and then, you know, test fitting and everything else. But fireplace is in. Sue and Morgan are in the process of bringing out all my little shit from the bedroom. I got Witchy Poo out here, the three sisters. I got a couple of pictures. We even brought the Scarecrow out, and I'll hop over in the corn and put him in. He shouldn't take too terribly long. We still got a plastic tote to bring out, and that has a lot of Mishkabibble stuff in it. But we're going to work on getting the witch display done. We're almost there. And we'll have the witch display done today. That'll be no problem. What we'll be doing the rest of the day, I have no idea. Actually, I have a slight idea, but we'll discuss that when it gets to it. I might change my mind. Hey, it's going on about 5:30, almost dinner time. And I didn't make it as far as I wanted to. We got kind of waylaid on Kaylee's walk. Our neighbors next door have been gone about a week on vacation. And they got home late last night. They were outside, out front mowing and vacuuming up all the leaves and what have you. And they stopped, and we sat there and visited for a while. Kaylee got to romp around in their yard. Got down with that, went up the street, turned around, came back, and we noticed the other haunters I mentioned earlier in the build season. The new neighbors that we got up the street that are home haunters as well. They were out setting up their front yard, and we got to talking with them, and they were real curious about our display. So I invited them down and let them go through. I told them, we're still in the process of setting up. We still have a lot to do yet, but we invited them down, and they got to go through, and they were kind of just blown away. At least that was the impression I got. And then our neighbors who had just gotten back from a trip, I invited them over because they've been, they helped me put up the big tent, and they've been helping, in some of the earlier stages, hauling stuff and whatever. I figured I'd give them a treat and let them see the maze, with some props and stuff in it. Ended up visiting, and before I knew it, when we left at 2:30, had turned into almost 4:30. Usually it's like a 10 to 15 minute walk, and we were gone almost 2 hours. But we were always within sight of the haunt. So I got a little delayed on things, but I figured I'd show you what I did get done. I did get the Scarecrow mounted in here. I just finished him, so he's set and ready to go. And then we got the witches display, the basics in the witches display, and Sue Ann's come out here and put a few things in up on the fireplace and what have you. For me, the Scarecrow, the black cat earlier today, and the witches display is all I've gotten done. And I should have been well on my way on my next project, but I'm not. But I'm taking you over to show you a couple of things that Sue Ann has started to do, and she's still got a long way to go. But over here, she got a few things out on the tables. Not everything's in their final position because we're still finding stuff that needs to come out. The black teapot goes on the stove. We're not quite ready for that yet. And then she also got in here and got some of the bar stuff set up. And she brought out my lanterns over there sitting by the Skellyfoot. That guy there. I got two of them. There's one by him and one by him. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna hang the damn things. I haven't figured that one out yet. And then she also got the skeletons into the spider display as well, so I can get the lighting and stuff figured out on that when I go to do lighting. But that's basically about all we've gotten accomplished in here today. Now, technically, I should get working on the clown area. I think I'm going to hold off on that for tonight, and we'll save it for tomorrow. We'll do the clown tomorrow, and it's not a very long display. It's basically dressing the props and putting a couple of skeletons out so Sue Ann can get costumes on them. But I'm looking around the spare bedroom where we've got everything, all the attic stuff stored. I've got a tub or two of Mishkabibble stuff. You know, it's just stuff that filler stuff. You know, that we fill, you know, vacant holes and stuff with. We've got some loose stuff in there. You know, same thing. I think I'm going to drag that out and try to get some of that stuff into their places. There is some stuff that goes into like the cemetery, or a couple pieces I forgot to put out in the photo op area, some signage and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to spend, I think, the rest of the evening working on that. And if I get it done quick enough, then I'll probably start on the clown. But, okay guys, end of the day wrap up. And I know you usually have one other segment showing what I've gotten done. And I've got exactly nothing done. I think after the last segment, let's see, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, after the last segment, I did some Mishkabibble stuff out the front entrance. Got some of the Halloween signs, you know, Enter If You're Dare, Haunted House, Erie Acre Cemetery, plus some buzzards in. And about 5:45, Sue Ann called dinner. Went in, dished up, went down, sat down, ate dinner. I vaguely remember pushing my plate to the side, and I woke up at 7 o'clock. I slept for about a half hour, hunched over my table. I fell asleep. I haven't done that in years. I have fallen asleep at the computer a couple of times. It's what I get for trying to go on 4.5 hours sleep. I woke up, went to bed about 11:30, almost midnight last night. Woke up at 4:30 this morning with severe leg cramps and just could not get back to sleep. So I've been running on 4.5 hours sleep all day, and I'm feeling I am out of it. So I am going to call it quits out here for today. Go in, get this edited and uploaded, and try to be in bed by 9 o'clock. Sooner if I can arrange it, and then get a good 8-9 hours sleep. I think I'm going to take a couple of my pain meds too. Those usually zonk me out. So tomorrow may end up being a short day if I sleep like the way I want to. My body needs it right now. As far as the day went, I mentioned the signage and stuff out front on the Mishkabibble stuff. We got the Scarecrow in, and we got the Witches display done. And got to have a little bit of Halloween fun with our neighbors and talk and haunt with the fellow haunters down the street, and that was interesting. On the docket for tomorrow, I am not really sure. I've got all the little Mishkabibble stuff, which is usually the last thing we do after we get all the displays done. This year, it's bugging me. So I may just work on Mishkabibble stuff tomorrow until I'm done with that. Then hop over, do the clown. Maybe. I don't know. Nice thing about doing that Mishkabibble stuff, it will also get the courtyard finished. So I guess you could say I'm working on the courtyard display, but I'll be all over the haunt. I still got a couple of items I dug out of the tote for the Witches display that needs to go into the cemetery. I'll do that tomorrow, some point. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I need to get in and get some sleep. Stay spooky, stay toxic.